I began to understand that I could, not the same as when I was young, but slower at building up tolerances for things and eating healthier and finding new methods of doing life,
This is Amos Murray, an Army veteran who at the age of 18 was diagnosed with lupus.
And I made it as far as airborne infantry, and then I had flu-like symptoms while I was in the Army, and it turns out it was lupus.
The autoimmune disorder started attacking his kidneys, which decreased his red blood cells.
Eventually, despite treatments, they ended up failing, and that led to the need for a kidney transplant.
A life-saving transplant that would have taken forever to get. But there was hope, a new step in the process, testing friends and family for genetic matches.
And so we went through several friends and family members, and at some point my mom was a match, and she seemed like the willing and the most obvious option at the time.
It was this same hope that saved him.
They didn't consider me as an option earlier because they didn't think my kidney would be large enough for him. And they determined one of mine was a little larger, and they went ahead and approved that.
While recovery was tough, he had the help of the VA Western Colorado healthcare system.
The VA has really swooped in and said, hey, we'll be here to help you with this. We'll support you with this. Here's the doctors you need. Here's the labs that you need. Here's the medications that you need.
Through recovery, Murray found a new way to engage with sports.
One of my passions was climbing, and so at some point I volunteered for search and rescue, which was a nice little step into the community, and it was a nice step to get outside and feel like I was active and involved in some kind of a bigger picture piece. And it also helped build back up my confidence for my abilities for climbing.
Through this passion, he found another, ice climbing.
Particular event, some friends urged me to go to the Ouray Ice Fest in 2001. And it was kind of the sell of, oh, hey, you can demo free gear, all the newest gear. You can watch, you can try out ice climbing for virtually free.
Murray was encouraged to take up the sport, but there were some reservations.
Something in me was like, I want to be able to do that, and I almost kind of believed that I could do that. But then there was the other side of me that's like, well, I'm on dialysis, and I'll never be able to be that strong,
Fast forward about 20 years later, he started setting goals for himself, pushing himself physically and mentally.
I didn't think I had time in my life to train. And now that I know that I have time in my life to train, I realize I would rather be training for climbing than training for mountain biking.
Murray spent the next 3 years training, and in 2021, he tried out for the Ouray Ice Festival.
You just don't know where you're at until you're able to compare with other people. And at the time, I was just having fun, training hard, and didn't really care what the results were.
From there, Murray had a new goal in mind.
Meeting other members of the USA ice climbing team, I realized that I might have a ability to compete at the world level and possibly even get a place on the USA ice climbing team.
But through hard work and perseverance, Murray is setting an example to those who face similar challenges.
I just want someone that's young and has struggled with some sort of an ailment, and it's changed their perception of their reality to realize, hey, it's okay. It may take more effort, and it may be a little more of a struggle, but you're still capable of much. There's still a lot of life to be had.
I don't want to know anything. I just want to...